my first impression of a film that I'm going to quickly look up the name because I can't even remember what it's called, but I have to look it up. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. This film is easily one of my favourite films I've ever watched. My top 3 favourite films, which I will not tell you at the moment because I'm hoping to do that in another 2 weeks. But, or top 5 I will, but still, this isn't in my top 5, but it's definitely in my top 10. This film, I recommend it. 10 out of 10. No question about it. I do have a few problems, but most of them are nitpicks. But let me just go into everything first. In this film, there are great characters, great storyline, a funny story as well. More adultish kind of thingy-majiggy, but with the kiddie Disney stuff. Disney's actually in for. And, what else? A great script, great locations, a great kind of little romance story, and it's really funny. And I would be, if I was old enough, I'd be willing to just go to Asda, because Asda's 24 hours, when this releases on DVD, and then when I do that, then I'll be one of the first to get in the queue, because this movie is that good. Now, so yeah, let me talk about the characters. Okay, so you've got the main character, Alexander, who doesn't really look that much like an Alexander. But still, I don't think the film's really based on him. This isn't a problem, but most of the time he's actually just saying about, it's just all the events are based about him, but he doesn't really do that much himself. But he does say, "Oh, this has been a really bad day." Alright, here's my American accent. And this is payback time to Review Tech USA for making a really crappy English accent, like, of the PlayStation magazine, like, bah, 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 I don't know. But we are not like that. We're nothing like that. We are like you. We like hot dogs. We like meatballs. We like video games. We don't just sit around and eat tea all the time. I just want to get that clear. Okay. So, like this. Hey, this has been a really bad day, and I wish for more really bad days. That wasn't really that good, but kind of payback. Sadly, I was a bit annoyed when Review Tech actually did that kind of stupid thing. He was like, the PlayStation magazine, blah 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 blah. GTA 5 will run at 1080p. That's not how most of us speak like. That's just the posh people. I speak posh, and most of the people actually sound like this. Hey, I'm Stephen Gerrard, and I come from Liverpool. Anyway, sorry about talking about stupid accents for most of the thing. The next character is his brother, who's Anthony, who's in a relationship with this girl called Celia, and apparently she's the most beautiful girl in the school. And later on, he ditches her to spend time with his family at his party at the end. Spoiler? I don't think so. Anyway, well, we have more characters. We have the sister. I can't remember her name, even though I did only just go and see. I only really got out the cinema like half an hour ago. But she was really good. I can't remember who. I don't know who acted her, but she did really well. And whoever acted her, and her character's really, really interesting because she has a cold or something like that, and then she does the Tinkerbell thing, not Tinkerbell, sorry, Peter Pan play, and then it all goes wrong and she starts bashing into walls. Spoiler alert? I don't think so. Anyway, let's now talk about the mom and dad. let's just talk about the dad first. The dad is played, I believe, by Steve Carell. Steve Carell has swag. Nah. So, if you don't know, Steve Carell voices Gru, and he sounds really different. I didn't know it was him until the list of the people who were on it came up at the end. And the thing is, he basically gets to go in and he gets into an interview, and the interview doesn't go very well. So they meet up again, and then he gets caught on fire after eating stuff, and then has to put his hands in the fish bowl, and and he's embarrassed for some reason. Spoiler alert, I don't think so. Anyway, let's talk about the mum. The mum was the person who made a mistake. I think so, but there was this book that was about, which was how to jump or something like that. And instead, it changed the J to a D, and then the guy kept on reading it, and it was like, take a dump on the floor. And one thing where you shouldn't dump is on your brother's head. It was so funny. Spoiler alert, I don't think so. And now the little kid, we don't really know that much of a character, except he's whiny, and because Alexander drops his thing down the drain earlier on, yeah, that happens. So then he keeps on crying for the whole thing, and then he gets the green thing around his face. Spoiler alert, I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to stop with that, but the plot's basically that it's Alexander's birthday, and or it will be in the next day. The thing is, no one's interested in him, really. I thought that was someone coming into my room. Alexander is not really interested. No one's really interested in him. It's just on the baby, because the baby's the one. But then he has really bad days. So he curses everyone that he's gonna have a really bad. Everyone has a really bad day. That's Matthew. Everyone has a really bad day. Really bad day. And they all have a really bad day. Spoiler alert. Good plot, I suppose. The thing is, the next bit is the best aspect of this. This is easily, by far, the funniest film I've ever watched. I'm not kidding. I thought Bedtime Stories was funny. I watched it on Monday, also a great film as well. The thing is, I watched both of these films in between 3 days. They're both Disney films and they're both PGs. They're both great. But Alexander was brought that up to fantastic. It's mainly because of the jokes. This is obviously meant to be a more ruder kind of, or more adultish teenagers kind of movie, mixed in with the Disney elements, like a bit of a romance and a heart, or not really much of a heart, but just like the bits where they realise stuff. But other than that, this is not a Disney movie, even though it is a Disney movie. It's just not. Because this film has hardly anything to do with Disney apart from them two things I actually said. But it's so funny, and you know it's meant to be for more young teenager things, but more older teenagers and more teenagers, because they said that it's like, if you like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you like this, but this is way better than the Diary of a Wimpy Kid film. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid film, the original at least, not 2 or 3, is my least favourite, the Diary of a Wimpy Kid thing. But when I first heard crappy in this film, I heard it was about probably the same time as they say crappy in Diary of a Wimpy Kid 1. But then when they said later on, like, penis, that actually got me into how this is more like, I can't think of the word, more vicious, let's say, than Diary of a Wimpy Kid the movie. And it's really funny. They have lots of crackers in there, and my favourite, funniest bit is the bit where it's too funny. But they come in, and Celia, who's Alexander's brother's Anthony's girlfriend, yeah, as I said earlier, she comes in and she's annoyed because earlier on Anthony didn't pass his driving test, and because he needs to take her to the prom, or was going to take her to the prom, he couldn't, so the family had to, and so yeah, then they were in the car, and the radio didn't turn on, which was probably pretty surprising due to their bad luck day, and yeah, so so yeah, they did that, and then basically they started making really weird noises to make some kind of little really cool song, and that was fantastic. It was like, and it was like a mix of loads of kind of stuff, and it was so funny. The thing is, let's talk a bit more about the aspects of this film. It's just fuck. They've got lots of really good locations, and it's really surprising. You never know what's coming next. At the start when it came.
100. Pop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Pop it. Pop it. Yeah.
What the hell? I touched that. I don't care. Goodbye. Anyway, so that's gonna turn off eventually.
Pop it to start.
Pop it to start. Say you're going to sleep now.
I'm going to sleep.
Good. Anyway, so basically, the film is great. But yeah, so the bigger aspects. Yeah, they had really good locations to shoot, great script, great plot, and let's just talk about the minor nitpicks I have. First of all, yeah, as I said, it was kind of a problem what I said earlier about the Alexander, but the thing is, there's also another big kind of problem with it. It's just that the film, at some points, tries to be kind of funny. I like the bit where the baby was naked. That was teensy bit funny, but I think they were trying to be too funny with that, and I don't think it's that funny having to of a baby being naked, and they tried to make that funny by making him pee, and I did laugh, but if you think about it, it wasn't really that funny, because I've seen myself wee, of course. I stand up when I wee. I'm a man. Not a man, but a boy. Everyone does that. But I've seen something that you don't usually see. And that is seeing a 2-year-old boy, not the one in this movie, of course, because he's not even 2. A 2-year-old boy, a 4-year-old boy, should I add, on a football ground, taking a dump and making me laugh so hard that I couldn't stop laughing for 5 minutes. Yeah, that was the first time I even saw someone poo. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's all the nitpicks that I have. Yeah, it just tries to be too funny at some points, and the Alexander thingy. But other than that, this is a fantastic film. As I said, 10 out of 10. Must watch it. And the thing is, when that DVD comes out, I'll be getting it. I'll be watching it again, and I'll be giving you a full review. You might not think, about everything at the moment, but I am not. This, I'm gonna add this into the updates now, because I have to add some updates. Okay, update 1. This channel will mainly be a review channel now. I cannot spend that much time trying to get stuff out every day while also writing a review. And the thing is, I'm going to be having things in between sometimes, but not major things. So basically, every video is going to come out on the Sunday, hopefully. On the first Sunday, which is going to be this Sunday, you're hopefully going to see this, but also, if I can get it out, I'll try and get the Mario Kart 7 review out as well on that day, and, which you'll probably have seen it, but also, this channel is not just going to be a review channel, as you know. This is Clan Statics, but my show will be more of a review channel thingy majiggy, but I never said, I don't mean the whole channel, it's just my show. But yeah, and in between the reviews, there's going to be first impressions, there's going to be unboxings, there's going to be take a looks, game theories, what gamers want, gaming talk, blah 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 blah. All of that will be coming on Sundays, and all the other times I'm going to be trying to get reviews. And also with the reviews, in between that time as well, in between the time of the reviews, I'm also going to mainly talk about all the movie stuff I'm going to do then, apart from movie reviews, which movie reviews will come out rarely on my channel. But when this comes out, and when I first get it on DVD, I'm going to treat it like it's Toy Story 2, because Toy Story 2 is a fantastic film. Nothing can beat it. Spoiler alert! I think so. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. And if you want to know more about my channel, and also you want to join Clan Statics, then please leave a comment. And if you want to, subscribe. I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to, fine. I don't give a